When people think of Tokyo, they usually imagine a futuristic skyline, crowded stations, and the constant noise of urban life. However, on the eastern edge of Tokyo, along the Edogawa River, lies a quiet town that still retains the atmosphere of the Edo period, Shibamata. Tokyo has many Japanese gardens, but few places offer the same level of grandeur, tranquility, and low foot traffic as this one. 3 major rivers flow through Tokyo. The Tama River, which separates Tokyo from Kanagawa Prefecture, and the Arakawa River, which cuts straight through Tokyo, are both heavily reinforced with concrete embankments. In contrast, the Edogawa River that flows through Shibamata is surrounded by nature, where skylarks sing and wild greenery thrives. Located at Tokyo's edge, just across the river from Chiba Prefecture, Shibamata is sometimes referred to as a landlocked island due to its limited public transportation options. But it is precisely this remoteness that has preserved the town's timeless charm. Compared to other tourist areas, you'll rarely see foreign visitors here. What remains is a strong sense of old downtown Tokyo culture and a gentle, unhurried pace of life. Right outside Shibamata Station begins Taishakuten Sando, a charming stone-paved path lined with traditional wooden buildings. You'll find long-established shops selling Japanese sweets, handmade souvenirs, and old-style toys. Unlike places like Asakusa, which have been transformed to cater to tourists, Shibamata retains an authentic, nostalgic atmosphere of bygone Japan. Shops that serve ball-shaped sweets made from pounded rice, called dango, and shaved ice with sweet syrups, called kakigori, line the path. The place coming up on your right sells traditional Japanese pickles and things with tazukuri, a sweet, salty, crunchy coating. The tazukuri is usually with small, crunchy sardines or shrimp, and I have even seen a cricket version.
Very confidently.
At the end of the path stands Daikyōji Temple, commonly known as Shibamata Taishakuten, founded in 1629. Passing through the gate, you'll enter a peaceful courtyard with a beautiful main hall, but this is no ordinary temple. The highlight is the corridor around the main hall, known as the Carving Gallery. The intricate wooden carvings depict Buddhist tales, plants and animals, and seasonal landscapes, forming a wooden picture scroll. Each panel is hand-carved from a single piece of wood, showcasing overwhelming craftsmanship and storytelling. Admission, 400 yen. Each panel tells a vivid story. Though videos can't fully convey their scale or delicacy, it's worth visiting this temple just to see them. Personally, it's the most moving Buddhist artwork I've encountered in Tokyo. Strangely, it remains largely unknown to tourists. Further inside, you'll find suikein, a traditional Japanese garden, also included in the temple's admission fee. The garden's pond, stepping stones, pine trees, and seasonal flowers provide a peaceful, meditative space. While Kyoto and Kamakura also offer similar gardens, they are often overrun by tourists, making quiet moments like these nearly impossible. I forget that I'm in Tokyo when I come here. We'll leave you for a while in silence to enjoy the rest of the temple peacefully. Here you can walk around the garden via a covered corridor, often in near solitude. Let's take a moment to revisit the pond to look at all the koi fish swimming gracefully. There are many benches to sit on to leisurely view the gardens. Since most areas and walkways are covered, this temple can be enjoyed even on rainy days. How was it? If you visited Asakusa, you probably queued endlessly for photos, snacks, and souvenirs in crowded streets. You may have encountered rude service from over-touristed shops, something I've often heard complaints about. But in Shibamata, those concerns don't exist. Why not leave Tokyo's chaos behind and sit on a veranda, sipping tea while gazing at a serene Japanese garden? Before the Meiji era, a unique folk religion known as Fujiko centered around the worship of Mount Fuji. It's said that a related Kannon statue resides in this temple. An inscription on its back links it to a man from Tsushima, now Tsushima City, Aichi Prefecture, commissioned by a shrine priest named Oyatoki. A late Edo period document, Kaikukushi, mentions a similar iron 11-faced cannon offered to Mount Fuji in 1493. Though the titles differ, the inscriptions match, suggesting it may be the same statue. After the Meiji Restoration, the Shinbutsu Bunri, separation of Buddhism and Shintoism, led to the destruction or relocation of many Buddhist artifacts around Mount Fuji. This statue was also brought down from Mount Fuji to Murayama, and later moved to Shibamata Taishakuten. Scratches on its surface suggest it was dragged through volcanic sand. To learn more about Fujiko, please watch the accompanying video. Another highlight of Shibamata is the Yagiri-no-Watashi, a ferry crossing that dates back to the Edo period. Although now motorized, the boat is still operated by a ferryman, connecting Shibamata with Yagiri in Chiba Prefecture. Across the river, Chiba's peaceful countryside awaits, with green onion fields dotting the landscape, a stark contrast to Shibamata's retro townscape. Mugwort, yomogi, an edible wild herb, grows in abundance along the riverbanks. Bicycles are allowed if there's space. Fare, only 200 yen. To board, wait for the ferry to arrive, let passengers off, then pay the fare directly to the ferryman. Rocking gently in a wooden boat while crossing the Edogawa feels like stepping into a folktale. You sit low, close to the water, making the river feel within arm's reach. The ride lasts less than 10 minutes, but the river breeze and tranquil pace offer a surprisingly refreshing escape from Tokyo. On this day, the ferryman was in especially good spirits, entertaining passengers with rhythmic banter reminiscent of an old Japanese street performer. By the way, this part of the Edogawa is a popular fishing spot for Asian carp, Ao-oo, Japan's largest freshwater fish, originally from China, growing up to 2 meters long. Between the ferry dock and Taishakuten Sando lies Yamamoto-te, a Japanese garden and tea house. Originally the home of Yamamoto Enosuke, founder of a local camera parts factory, the residence was occupied by his family for 4 generations. Here, you can enjoy matcha while gazing at a beautifully maintained Japanese garden. It was later acquired by Katsushika Ward in 1988 and opened to the public in 1991. Back at Taishakuten Sando, it's time to savor Shibamata's signature river fish cuisine. Highly recommended dishes include grilled eel, unagi no kabayaki, chilled carp sashimi, koi no arai, loach hot pot, dojo nabe. All are traditional tastes cherished since the Edo period. Many restaurants here offer tatami seating, making for a relaxed, rare dining experience in modern Tokyo. Of course, no trip is complete without trying Shibamata's famous kusadango. These chewy dumplings are made with yomogi, mugwort, seen earlier by the riverbank and topped with generous sweet red bean paste. Simple but steeped in tradition, this treat has been passed down since the Edo period. Many shops make them fresh on site, and their aroma and texture are simply irresistible. I'm usually skeptical of famous local foods, especially basic ones like dango, but even I wholeheartedly recommend these. Tokyo's nostalgic neighborhoods have largely succumbed to redevelopment. But as long as Taishakuten stands, Shibamata's traditional street and old buildings will remain. Admire massive wooden carvings and Buddhist architecture, stroll through serene Japanese gardens, sip matcha, savor sweet kusadango, cross a river by ferry, and feast on river fish cuisine. This is not a fabricated tourist attraction. It is a town where you can travel through time, a truly special place. Japan Bee is a channel that randomly shares information about lesser-known aspects of Japanese culture, spanning across various genres.